Okay, so now I'm going to introduce some of the general principles that are applicable across all different stages of the course. Now, you will see that in my courses, I do like to create a video where I explain things. Now, I find that students like to watch the video once, but after that, they don't want to watch the video again. So, um, what I would recommend is I'm gonna still try to put some of the text information below so that after you watch the video, if you come back and reference some of the materials, you don't have to rewatch the whole video all over again, but some of the highlights will be mentioned below the video. So I do that to save you time, not having to rewind and trying to find where in the video you're learning about concept A, B, and C. Instead, you can find that through text. But what I would still very, very highly recommend is do not skip any of the videos. Um, in the process of me verbalizing and trying to pass what's in my heart or what's in my head to you, I may share things that may seem very, very obvious to me, but where you may get some interesting insight that I haven't actually written down below the video. So what I would recommend is always watch the video once, and you can play a little bit faster. If you play at 1.5 speed, I think I start sounding really weird. But you can do 1.25x to save a little bit of time because I try to speak slow as I try to formulate my words, and plus English is my second language, so I may not speak, as fast. But anyway, please watch the video first, and after you watch the video, then read the text below. And you may have to reference some of the text and other things as you do some of the exercises. Okay, all right, so having covered that, let me talk about my belief about tutorial-based training. So in my mind, as I had to create curriculum and work with thousands of students, sometimes thousands of students every year, and creating curriculum to support that, um, I've come up with these terms. And these may not be industry standard terms. These are a lot of these terms I just created because I couldn't find any terms to describe what I'm doing. So I created some of these terms. So, be patient as I introduce some terms because the instructional, design science or the educators may have different words than some of the words that I use. But in my mind, I've categorized courses mainly into two buckets. And one is what I call a tutorial-based training, and another one is what I call concept-based training. But let's first talk about what a tutorial-based training is. So a tutorial-based training is something that you are probably very familiar with already. In fact, I think 90 to 99% of all courses out there are tutorial-based. And in short, I think they are ineffective. It's a waste of time. For majority of students who are not leveled up yet, tutorial-based training could be good if you're already a level 10 developer in that technology. But if you're level 0, a tutorial-based training can be extremely, extremely dangerous. Why? Because what the instructor does in a tutorial-based training is they lay out the concepts and they teach one concept, one concept, one concept, one concept, and they basically connect the dots for the students. Step by step, do this, then do this, then do this, and then do that, and then type this, and then type this. So at the end, students become so reliant on the teacher. I wouldn't even call that person a teacher. I'll probably just call that person an instructor because all that the person is doing is instructing, giving directions. I don't think they're good teachers. But anyway, the instructor is basically just instructing them what to type. And they may provide some explanations along the way, but they're just typing, they're following along. Often tutorial-based trainings are super long with videos. They may claim we got hours and hours of videos, hundreds of hours of videos, thousands of hours of videos. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, if you have hundreds of hours of video to teach that technology, you must be a bad teacher. Because why do you need hundreds of hours to teach that concept? Is what's going in my mind. Of course, that's not what I verbally speak and attack, because tutorial based does have purpose for a very small segment of the learners. But look, majority of the learners, especially if you're trying to teach something to a beginner, tutorial based is gonna lead to a behavior where they become too reliant on your instruction, and they will want more and more and more tutorials. So let's say you build something like this and you say, okay, you're going to do this and then do this, and you connect the dots for them. If the students need to do something else, create something else other than what you've already taught in the tutorial-based training, they're not going to be able to do that. They're going to say, oh, I need another tutorial. I know how to do exactly this because I've gone through a tutorial-based training, but I have no idea how to create something like this. So they become too reliant, and it doesn't produce, in my mind, a self-sufficient student, someone who can connect the dots themselves. So I usually don't use the word hate that much, but I do hate tutorial-based training when the course is for beginners. For beginners of that technology, it's waste of time. I've gone through a lot of tutorial-based training, and some are good, some are helpful, but most does force me to kind of learn how to follow directions. So in my mind, tutorial-based training produces typists. It basically enhances students' ability to type, but sometimes it doesn't do anything more than that. They are not able to connect the dots themselves. So below the video, I do a little illustration to explain that. So make sure you read some of the text below. If you're working in the companies that I created or that I manage, and you're part of the teacher team, do not create tutorial-based trainings. Tutorial-based training gives the perception that students are learning a lot, but it's only a perception. They are not learning. They need to learn how to connect the dot themselves. Okay? Sometimes tutorial-based training makes the instructor look good. It feeds their ego. It makes them feel smart. But that's not why we create courses as teachers. We're not creating courses to make us feel special or feel like, oh, I'm really smart. I'm the expert in this industry. No, if that's your goal, you should work somewhere else. Or I don't think you're a good teacher if that's your goal. Our goal as teachers should be to save time for students. What took us years to learn, how can we teach that in days or maybe weeks or maybe months, right? How do we teach things in the most simple manner possible so that at the end, students aren't thinking, oh, the instructor is so smart. The teacher is thinking, this is it? Oh, that's so simple. I can do this. And where they walk out with confidence, and they go from initially learning how to connect maybe 3 dots, and then they could connect 5 dots, 7 dots, 20 dots, 100 dots, where at a point you can throw anything, and it could be something that you never taught them how to build exactly, but they can connect the dot themselves, and they can build whatever they can think of using that technology, and they walk out thinking, oh, this is so simple. Why is it that people struggle? That's the outcome you want, where you produce self-sufficient students, and they may not give enough credit to you for creating such an awesome course where you save them a lot of time. They don't know how much work was put in to make the course feel so simple, but it's okay. I think teachers should be the one to sacrifice the ego and getting credit. Give that to the students. Make them feel special. Make them feel like they can do this. Help them grow tremendously in a short amount of time. Even if it took you years or months to learn, delight in the fact that students are able to learn in days because of your course. And we'll talk more about some of the things on how to manage that expectation and communication back and forth from the students once the course is really simple. But anyway, start with the mindset. So anyway, going back to this, some of these concepts that I'll introduce, it will overlap. It's all interrelated. So it was really difficult for me to try to relate it down in specific core principles because all of them is connected. And you got to use all these pieces. But anyway, I'll do my best to do that. But the main concept here is, well, Michael doesn't like tutorial-based training, and I feel like you shouldn't either. But I want you to understand why I don't like it. And I want you to avoid creating tutorial-based training for people who are level 0 in that technology. It's just not effective. It doesn't work. Okay? All right.